Currently, we are hanging out with Dave, frontman for the Jesus Lizard, if you're just tuning in. And we were just talking about the craziness of the shows. Now, take us into a Jesus Lizard show. The fans first show up. What are they going to expect to see?
The opening band. And then when they're done, it'll be a little while, and then they'll set up the mics and everything, and we'll play. And then when we're through, we'll leave.
I was waiting for him to say, okay, the opening band, they're pretty cool, but then Jesus Lizard comes on stage, and it's time to rock. You guys are hardcore. No, just watching the show, I mean, the fans get so into it. I feel a lot of time when you write your music, it's not selfish. It's for yourself, but it's for them as well. I mean, it's so giving, kind of.
I mean, you know, we aim to please, you know, and I'd be fooling myself if I didn't realize that it is entertainment, you know. And so when we're playing, you know, we make an effort to be entertaining, you know. I mean, I was kind of weaned on punk rock in Austin, Texas, and a lot of those bands just were really, really something to watch, you know. And I think that too few bands nowadays make much of an effort to be visually entertaining, you know. Like particularly English bands, you know, like they just think, well, you know, I can play my little pop songs and that was.
Or is it going into the stuff off the new album?
Well, Shot came out nearly 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was almost 2 years ago, but
so this tour we're doing now is just kind of to remind people that we still exist.
Until you go out in tour of support of your new album?
Right. We get home in a week or so, and then we've got the rest of February and March off. And then starting in April, we'll be on the road for the rest of the year, I'm sure.
So are you excited to start your tour as you are to go home and actually get some relaxation?
I like going home and sleeping and petting my wife and the cats and, you know, being domestic.
Do you have any kids?
Nope.
No children?
I don't want to have kids until the band's through with, because our old drummer Mac had to quit because he's got a wife and 2 kids. And it was ruining his, our touring schedule was ruining his home life, his family life. And so he quit, and I don't want to be in that. You know, I know historically that you can have kids and spend 7 months of the year away from home, but I don't want to do it. I was in a band called Scratch Acid back in the 80s, and I was living with this girl, and we were in Muncie, Indiana one time, and on tour, and I ended up having a rendezvous with this girl.
Little rendezvous, we're setting the scene, okay.
On the bathroom floor, and it really taught me a lesson about fidelity, and I felt like a complete turd for days after that, and that was some romance on the road.
Little romance on there, but see, take his word right there. He's teaching you a lesson. Fidelity is a good thing.
That's right.
I'd be lying. I love my girlfriend. She's a good girl. Yeah. I'd be stupid, so.
Oh, well, here, let me show you my wife.
Right on. What's her name?
Susie.
Okay, Susie. Susie, I know you'll never see this, but hey.
This is from our first anniversary. We got married about 5.5 years ago. And at that time, my mother begged for us to go to Sears and get a portrait taken or something. And we never did until this Christmas. And now look at that.
Oh, no, that's cool. She's attractive, right on.
The punchline is, though, that we're the same height. They made me stand on a box to look like a man.
How tall are you?
4'8".
4'8". Yeah. I'd never guess that from the video. I mean, you don't seem tall, but...
No, I'm...
You guys, after you go home, you relax a little bit. You're going to be coming out with the new album. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
If you really want me to.
Oh, definitely, please.
Well, I've got an EP coming out, too, like in about a week or so, a 5-song EP.
Oh, really? Yeah. Stuff off of that we're going to hear tonight?
Cold Water's on that. That's the only one that's also on the album. That's probably the only song we'll play from the EP. And generally we've been playing like 5 or 6 songs from the new album, which is due out, what, April 21st or something like that. When will this air?
This is actually going to air coming up this next Wednesday.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's probably about the time that the EP will be coming out.
cool. So you guys checking this out, you can go out and pick it up. If not today, tomorrow, within the next week. So that's very cool. Hey, this timed out pretty well. You insight into those lyrics.
I had a dream that I was in a wheelchair and these 3 people took me downstairs in this basement, and they injected me with something, I don't know, like some kind of downer or something like that, and then they started flooding the basement, and that was the dream. So I wrote a song about it.
Yeah, that's cool. I was reading that going, this is pretty scary. That's pretty scary stuff, actually. When you pick up the new album and you listen, pay close attention. As well, Tale of
Two
Women. Yeah, fill us in on that. I was reading that. Kind of, you said it was 2 stories?
Yeah, there's it's kind of like a 2-parter thing. The first one is about this woman I read about, and I can't remember her name, but she had a little boy, and she was an alcoholic, and she would give him cognac to help him sleep, and she became a prostitute for a while and all this stuff. And then the other woman I just made up.
Oh, okay, that was made up. Oh, it was like, you're the writer, so you can do whatever you want. See, I just don't have that much creativity in me. I wish I did, you know.
Well, it's not a very long song.
Play. So maybe you said, I got to take a picture here.
Alaska was pretty cool. We've been to Australia and New Zealand a couple times, and that's been really great. I really want to go to like, Greece and South America, maybe someday. There's a lot of really good places, you know. I mean, and Omaha's not one of them.
There is free bowling.
Free bowling?
There's free bowling. If you haven't got your free bowling and you go up and tell them at the counter, I'm in the band, I want a bowl. And then we'll hook you out.
Damn, I wonder if Vanilla Ice will be bowling.
Okay, since you brought that up, what's your take on that? The pop white rap star now coming back. I think he's trying to do that hardcore punk thing, like Us Versus Them.
Yeah, I thought he was like trying to make a tough guy come back, you know, like when Donny Osmond was wearing a leather jacket and wristbands, you know, like, oh, look out.
And like I said, for being personal, you know, just kind of taking the time. Really, in particular, I didn't know if I was going to get to talk to you, and this is cool that you took the time out, you know.
Hey,
so,
man, you know.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And congratulations. Like I say, it's cool to really hear about your wife and, I don't know, remember what he said, fidelity.
That's right, boys and girls.
Cool. All right, well, for now, that's going to put a wrap on this. Dave and Dave here. Till next time, cuckoo. Good night. And you missed the Jesus Theater show. Well, they will be back sometime next year, but you're going to want to be here.
Year.
Oh, cool.
For sure.
All righty. You heard it right here. It's a promise. Thanks.
Good night.
Cool. Thank you very much, man. That's very... We were going to shoot the interview in the other bar, and he said, no, they've got pool in here. And I just saw you make a pool shot a little while ago.
Should I do that one?
Yeah, this is amazing. So, you know, we might splice and edit here to take you to it, but this is very cool. Woo!
Oh, look at that.
I didn't see it. Hey, that was cool.
It's not really that much of a, it's not a trick shot or anything. It's just cool that the object ball actually goes the opposite direction of the cue ball.
And you said you learned that from some guy in Alaska?
Yeah, an Eskimo in Anchorage. It just came up, you know, we were playing a game of pool and it was set up like that, and he called the ball in the side pocket, and I said...